Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Doorshutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack. Today is episode 20. That's a whole lot of 20s in a row, but we are back with this this contraption here. So, as you can see, I've made another one, but I've also made some changes. There's an encased fan on the top now. Somebody in the last video, his name is Tasselhoff, suggested a fence gate. And that is perfect for what I wanted, because this actually shoots down the center just a couple of blocks, not too far. You can see where it ends here. And it actually works fantastic to get that effect. And also we could put one on top. Once the fence gate is open, it works fantastically. So the next thing I have to mention is not every nugget we have actually has the proper tags. So we had to include some. So we have nuggets nickel and nuggets silver. There is no forged nuggets specific tag on those two types of nuggets. So that's occultism silver and railcrafts nickel, and that is just how it is. I've also added a modular router with a vacuum module picking up just basically copper nuggets. I've also enabled tag matching just because it might match forged tags in case stuff gets launched. I'm not 100% sure why copper does that, but it does, and it just launches everywhere. So I've also went ahead and I've added an advanced demagnetization coil, so I can actually come over here with copper being done and stand by this without having any issues. So that's just a couple of things I've done. I've changed up how this controller extension works. Just put one in the middle because it didn't reach out over here, so we just put one in the middle. Round robin this. And you can see that we have a lot of copper. Copper's not that important to me, in all honesty. But for right now, we're going to let it go. We're going to let it just kind of figure itself out. And I don't know how much I actually have left in here. So I have like 14,000. Once this processes all the way, by the way, I'm going to slap a void upgrade and pull a lot of those functional storage upgrades from it. But since right now, I don't think we have too much copper. At 15,000 copper, I'm not too worried about it. It's just going to be in the future. I would love to get other ores in there, and maybe we'll take that copper drawer out for now, that raw copper, and we'll call it a day. But I mean, this isn't that full, so we're just going to let it keep going, let it keep processing. And as you can see, we've added a couple, another drawer, which is nickel. Forgot about that one. Or no, that's zinc. Zinc is put up here. Nickel and lead were actually not attached. I didn't actually link them properly last time, so those are attached. Everything is on the up and up. We've got gunpowder. I've put a couple more upgrades onto the drawer there for the nuggets of knowledge, and that is fantastic. But this system is working. We just had to kind of wait for the flaws to show. The silver, the nickel, those showed, and of course the copper just flying around. That all showed up, and we got it solved. So that is fantastic. I am really grateful for Tasselhoff suggesting that fence gate. It does make things just a little bit better because we're able to kind of smelt or bulk wash while it's on the belt, which is just something I'd love to see. All right, how are we doing over here? Why did I just pick stuff up? What are you doing? You are full. I don't have a way to turn this off, do I? Well, I mean, let's get a system to turn it off. That's fine. RF tools, inventory checker. This is something I'm always going to use because it's fantastic. I do think there is a way to detect. Hold on. Isn't there a way on these machines to detect if it needs to break it or not? Let's see. Hold up. So at modular, redstone, redstone augment. Will this let us do anything? Let's see. So this would be inside of here. Okay, so we wouldn't just put this as high. Or no, we'd want to put this as low. Maybe? I don't know, let's experiment. Oh, my device has ran out of power. I need to get a wireless charger sooner or later set up so I don't have to run back and forth. But let me get this charged real quick. Alright, so I've quickly made the inventory checker. And what we're going to do is we're just going to... how do we want to do this? So I'm thinking we just do... probably something like this. And we can do entangle block. I don't really see that being a problem because if we don't do it this way, we could do laser IO. Actually, yes, that's what we're going to do. Hold on. Laser IO is a better option here. I'll show you guys why in a second here. So we'll grab a couple laser nodes. We're going to put one here. And the reason I want one in that location is because we can put 2 redstone cards. So we have up, which is this one that breaks the full Certus quartz, remember? So this breaks full Certus quartz. This one breaks just for Certus quartz dust. So let's do redstone card and redstone card. Let's make sure these are all output on strong signal. Output on strong signal. My inventory's gonna fill up with Certus quartz dust doing this, but that's okay. And then we're gonna need one more redstone card. And this is going to be the input. And here, we're just going to check if there is 15,000. Okay? In there. And if there is, it should strong signal out. Okay? So there and there. And that actually should seize the operation. Okay? We'll just toss this in here. Man, that's a lot of Certus quartz dust. And that is not a lot of actual Certus quartz crystals. I'm kind of surprised. But Certus quartz dust is much easier to produce. Okay, so we're at large. Okay, so you still broke. Why did you still... Oh, because you don't have a redstone augment inside of you, right? Augment. Actually, I guess we could keep this running. And just basically have it convert into a Certus quartz. That's not a problem, right? I don't think that's an issue. Not that I see. So basically now it's just converted itself into that. And all we'd want to do... And let's just keep on this method. Let's get this stuff set so we don't actually have this overflow anymore. Because honestly, I wasn't paying enough attention to it. And so it overflowed, and it's probably been overflowing for quite a while now. Because I know silicon filled up quite a bit ago. I just didn't really pay attention. So let's just grab some inventory checkers. And I'm kind of thinking we can do something like this. And we'll just have our laser nodes sitting on top here. So something like that. Yeah, you can't really see the crystals though. I mean, I could do it down below. Unlike, but I can't do it on that one, I don't think. Let's see. Because this one needs to link with that one. Oh, that's why this one has so much more. I forgot, there's 2 of them. Anyway. Yeah, let's just do it that way. So let's place a block here for right now. Inventory checker. Rotate this thing. I'll take out this block. And then laser node. This might get a little bit confusing with how we're going to do this, but it'll work. It won't look too pretty, but oh well. We shall get over it. Oop, need glass panes. Okay, so how do we want to do this one? Probably just set it here. You know what? Do I have a shovel? Let's quickly just make up a shovel real fast. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we could put the laser node here, and then under. I think we can run this under. So this laser node goes here to here. And I think this exceeds however many blocks, the 8-block limit. Yes. So we're going to need to do a laser connector to there to here. Perfect. And then, of course, we can cover this once we're completely done. And then this will be, of course, a redstone signal on the up direction. So that's going to be a strong output. And then this... Let's see. Could we... I kind of want to try and get this underground. Let's make it look a little bit more uniform here. So inventory checker... Is there a way for me to transport redstone from that direction, though? Because I don't think this would work. Not like placing it like that, right? Let's try it, though. Let's just give it a shot. Laser eye out. Let's just make a handful of these redstone cards. We're going to use them here in a second. Okay. So on this, it's going to be input. Okay. Right? Input. And this top is going to be output. So this actually should be firing if it were set up correctly. I keep forgetting. Redstone conduit exists. Every time I kind of just forget this exists. So let's just do this. There we go. That's perfect. I don't know why I keep forgetting this exists. It's really fantastic to have in here. But then we're also going to want to put this on the up direction for output as well. Because we're going to want to grab some modular router. Modular router. Redstone augments. So these right here. 2's just enough for right now. Because we're going to put them inside the breaker module. And then basically say low. Okay. And then we should be able to cover most of this. Most of the actual laser part here. Let's just break that. Okay. So for here, we're going to want to say Certus Quartz Dust. And I'm thinking, what, 35,000? And of course, let's break this. And we'll just plop that. No, I can't plop it there, right? And we'll just break it here in a second. Okay. So 35,000. I don't know how many stacks that actually would be of 4096. So let's see. I'm doing math here. If I can do math correctly, give me a second. So that's about 8 stacks. 8.5 stacks of 4,096. So we're currently at the 3, 6, so 6 in total currently. Not too far, right? That's okay. That'll work. So hopefully this will complete and we'll be able to get all of it kind of just seized in that machine here. Okay. And so the next one we want to look at is this. So we need to basically be able to shut this off as well as this one. So let's get another redstone augment here. So we're going to need an augment core. Okay. And then grab 2 of these. Oh, did I not put one in here yet? Yeah, let's put one in here. Turn it on low. So here, put it on low. And then here, put it on low. Oop, if I can click it. There we go. So this one, how do we want to do this? Because, I mean, I could technically just do entangled blocks for this. But I do have a node here. And we could just do a different redstone signal. So redstone channel, I mean not redstone signal. And then here at the bottom, we can do just an inventory checker that does need to be rotated. Okay, and if we grab this, I would say we probably want at least 50,000 in this, because this is a little bit, I mean, I guess I wouldn't say it's the most important, but if we need more Certus quartz dust, of course we could use these to get that. So I'm not too worried about that amount. Okay. So then, really, we don't need too much, like, different pieces than the other one. So on the down direction, redstone, just make sure it's orange. That'll be an output. No, this will be output. Right? Or is this output? No, this would be input. Apologies, I'm still trying to remember how to fully comprehend redstone sometimes here. Okay, and then this would be insert, not extract. And then on the top, it would be output on orange on strong. So bottom, input, top, output. And then we wanted to make sure that we have this as extract. Okay. So then we want to link this node to this thing. And I think what we could do just to get that laser not being shown is something like this instead. And then here to here, and then here to here, we just disconnect. So that way it's not like laser above the ground. Yes, we don't have it fully covered anymore, but I'm not too worried about that one. I mean, if we wanted to, I guess we could technically just like drop this into the ground one further. If we're too concerned about stuff being covered. And just do that. Okay. And then that should be everything we need to tell it to stop. So the way we can test this, of course, is just go here, say, hey, I only want 2,000. Okay. This should seize all operation. You can see that we have power 15, and then here, same thing, because we're just going to test both of them. We'll say 2,000. So here should be power 15. Here should be power 15. Perfect. It looks like nothing's breaking. That is awesome. Okay. So let's turn this back to, you know what? Let's just do 50,000. Let's do 50,000. And let's just keep this at 50,000. Keep these both equal. So everything should start breaking again. Fantastic. See things starting to fly. Okay. And then let's just make sure we clear out this crystal too. Okay. And that is fantastic. So we created plenty of fail-safes on this system. Just kind of making it a little bit better. Nothing too tedious here. I just wish I could clean this up. But of course, since there's so many modular routers under it, I can't do that. Oh well. It'll be fine for now. Alrighty. Yeah, because if we fly over here, this silicone drawer is full. And I don't think I ever mentioned that I refactored this. It's basically the same, except for just not broken up. But, you know. Let's see. Okay. So let's get my inventory cleared out, and I'll be right back. Alright, so real quick, I wanted to mention as well, we're in version 1.6 of the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack. And we should be able to now find glowstone in this dimension. It actually looks like they've increased the generation of the nether dimension as well, or the nether mining dimension, as well as the overworld, which is kind of interesting. But I'm not seeing glowstone. This was in one of the reports the change logs is that glowstone should generate here, but I'm not seeing it. But I'm seeing a ton of ore with that's not glowstone. Let's see. So glowstone. Do we have a world generation of glowstone here? Actually, doesn't look like we do. Interesting. Yeah, we just don't have one. Okay, well, the changelogs say that there's supposed to be glowstone in this dimension, but I'm not seeing it. But I am seeing a ton of ores that I did not realize actually generated, and that is so interesting, honestly. Okay, let me quickly pull open the changelogs. Yes, so it does say 1.6.0 glowstone now spawns in the nether mining dimension. I would say that's a no-go unless it doesn't spawn in up top, like in that top. I don't think there's a bedrock cap to this, so I think it might just be like down more or something, but I'm not sure. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna dig to try and find any, but yeah, more ores. Supposed to be glowstone in here somewhere. I was just kind of trying to see if we could bring attention to that, but instead I brought attention to this. I don't think we have anything still spawning in the end mining dimension here. Let's go check. Because we didn't generate a whole lot of chunks, so if we just fly west here, let's see if they added anything in here. It still does not look like it. That's just like motion sickness, man. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've added anything into the end yet, which is kind of disappointing. But I see that they're working on things. So, you know, hopefully soon we'll be able to get some of the extreme reactors or big reactors. Is it extreme reactors that's in here, not big reactors? Yes, extreme reactors. Hopefully they'll get their ores in here, which would be fantastic. Okay. So, just quickly wanted to cover that. I don't think there's too much else. Yeah, it looks like they changed a few minor things. Nothing to write home about. But, yeah, so I just wanted to mention that stuff. So, we have a Rat's Plague Doctor here as well. What do you got? Golden Rat Skull, Rat's Upgrade, Filth. We need to start looking at those kind of mods. Honestly, that'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. I know we have golems to look at, and I know we have ansportation, and I know we have, of course, rats to look at. I don't know. What other mods in here that kind of just want to grab my attention? I know occultism. We do have hostile neural networks. I believe that was added recently. I think that was in 1.5.0, which was the last version on the last episode, and then they basically immediately released 1.6. But yeah, hostile neural networks is definitely going to be interesting. Looks like we actually have some Urgast. Interesting. I didn't know there was actually stuff like the Urgast in there. Apparently, hostile neural networks is a little bit tied in with Twilight Forest, which is pretty awesome to see. Looks like we also, of course, have Withers. I thought we had the Ender Dragon. Yeah, up here is the Ender Dragon. Wilden. So there's some Ars Nueva or Ars Nouveau stuff tied in there. Fantastic. Okay. So yeah, some mods I missed, you know, but I just kind of don't read the changelogs all the time. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay. We probably should get back on track on what we were doing, which is getting the digital miner. So one of the things we need is a metallurgic infuser from Mekanism. So this right here. So we can craft this up. It's not too expensive, but we do need a place to put these. So let's go down here. And I think we'll just run some energy cables off of this. So pipes, we'll just run some off here. And we'll just place our metallurgic infusers here. So we're going to want to fill both of these up with redstone. So we'll just do 2 stacks. And that should start filling that up. So we're going to get some osmium. just get a stack of osmium and a stack of iron. And we're just going to toss it in here. So osmium, iron. This machine on the left is going to require more redstone than just 64 because it's osmium, which is making the basic control circuit here. And this requires 2 redstone per 1 osmium, while this one requires only 1 per 1. Another thing we're going to do here is make a new anchor, go to Mekanism, and just shut the machine sounds off. Yes, there are upgrades to muffle the sounds, but I'm too lazy to make those. So, yes, 2 basic materials we're working on to get a little bit further. And, of course, these will be used for a lot of things in the future. Advanced infusing factories, the basic infusing factories, stuff like that. Also, the textures are something we're going to have to look at as well. Let's quickly just grab up some iron while we're over here, because I know I saw 100 inside of our system. We definitely have more than that. It's just sitting over here. So, you know, do the same with gold here. Once the copper finishes up, of course, we'll have a ton of ores in our system. But, you know, copper is the just pain that it always has to be. So, yes, let's be right back here in a second once we get all of this done. And, yeah. We'll, I think that I'll switch these to the basic infusing factory. Apologies. Not infusing in the infuser anymore. It's infusing. This is something that you'll notice is they change a lot of the terminology between certain things. I think it's like the enrichment chamber turns into the enriching factory. Stuff like that. Just different wording. But if you just look up basic, look up Mekanism, basic, you'll see that this is every basic tier item. Which I love how they do this, right? Because if you wanted to advance as the next tier, elite after that, I believe, and then ultimate. So, and it's also color coordinated. Unless you're colorblind, that's not really helpful, but you know, it's pretty cool. All right, so let's get the basic infusing factory, because I don't think we need a cut for any reason. Infusing. There we go. Just look up infusing. And we can look at getting the second tier here. Apparently I had a metallurgic infuser in here. It just did not like showing up the first time. We'll just grab 2 new ones. We'll use these later down the line anyway, so I'm not too worried about wasting them. And then let's see about upgrading a little bit further here. So 2 of these per machine. So we'll want to grab 4. And then there's 1. And then there is 2. Oop, did that not do it the first time? It did not. Here, let's grab out of there. Perfect. And then we're going to want to wait for the redstone to deplete. So I'm going to let these stacks run here. And hopefully we will be able to get a ton of infused alloy and a ton of basic control circuits to continue down the path of Mekanism. With that, we're going to wrap this one up, though. This has been a blast. I really enjoy doing these failovers, like the failsafe stuff. It is just always so cool to see how this operates and everything like that. The Plague Doctor is in front of me, which is kind of interesting. I love the particle effects to give these guys away. But anyway, yes, this is fantastic. I love doing these fail-safes and making sure things don't just overflow left and right. I love, you know, making these systems as well. I definitely want to do more create stuff like this in the future. Just mess with systems we've never messed with. Maybe get into trains, because I've never messed with them. Honestly, I've never have. And since it's been quite a while since they've actually added them now. But yeah, thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to get into the digital miner with you guys. Hopefully in the next episode. I know we have steel and stuff to look at, which I think we wanted to look at the railcraft route rather than mechanisms. But we do need, of course, to get towards atomic alloys and the teleportation cores and the ultimate control circuits, I think. Don't we need ultimate control circuits? Or is that not a case anymore? It looks like just atomic alloys. Okay. So yeah, with that, thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.